Hey, first at 12:30, the long-awaited trial for the father of the accused Appalache high school shooter. That is finally underway. We are live with the latest from the courtroom. Plus, we are beginning the first full week of a partial government shutdown, and there's still no deal in sight. And they are chasing dreams, finding peace, and lifting each other up while the best figure skaters in the world compete at the Olympics. We talked to some of the ice skaters in Metro Atlanta who say that the ice is way more than just a rink. Hey, thank you so much for joining us here at 12:30 on 11Alive Plus. I'm Faith Jesse. We start with this testimony now underway in the trial of Colin Gray. He's the father of the accused Appalache high school shooter, Colt Gray. Opening statements wrapped up about an hour ago, and prosecutors, they laid out a detailed timeline of what happened the morning of September 4th, 2024. While the defense argued Colin Gray should not be held responsible for his son's alleged actions that day. Our Grace King was in that courtroom. Grace, you've been following this trial very closely for us. What's been the biggest moments so far?
Well, Faith, prosecutors started with really the most comprehensive timeline we've seen of exactly what unfolded inside Appalache High School on September 4th, 2024. Now, they say 14-year-old Colt Gray was struggling with severe anxiety, depression, and mental health issues in the month before the shooting. Family members told them he had violent outbursts at his home, breaking windows, putting holes in doors, and cutting things, including himself, but he never got help. They say he missed his entire 8th grade year before enrolling late at Appalache High School. He texted his dad, Colin Gray, on his first day of school.
At 6:51 a.m., he sends this text message to the defendant. Whenever something happens, just know the blood is on your hands. His first day of school. And the rifle stays in his room.
Now, Colt is accused of killing 4 people and wounding 9 others on just his 5th day of school at Appalache High School. Prosecutors say Colin should be criminally responsible, but the defense attorneys told jurors to listen closely.
Guns are serious, and this tragedy is serious. But the law is serious too. This case is not about whether or not firearms are dangerous in the abstract. It's about whether Colin Gray, based upon what he actually knew, failed to act because he knew that his son was going to go to that school and commit these acts.
Now, after opening statements, we heard from 2 witnesses before they broke for lunch. Court will resume at about 1:15. So far, we've heard from the deputy superintendent, who walked through some of the surveillance video they have on the bus and inside the school that morning, and one of the detectives who was on the scene. Live in Barrow County, Grace King, 11Alive News.
A lot of elements to this case, Grace. We appreciate you staying on top of it and really breaking it down for us so it's easy to understand. We'll keep an eye on it. Grace, thank you. We are streaming the trial right now for you on 11Alive Plus. You can download the app and you can stream for free on your time. Let's get a check of your 11Alive weather impact forecast. Meteorologist Danielle Moss joining us today to get a look at, Danielle, it's kind of feeling like spring this week. I'm not gonna lie.
It is, and this is just the beginning of it, Faith. Our temperatures are going to continue to climb. It has been a nice, beautiful, sunny day thanks to high pressure. Here's a look at satellite and radar. Not much to talk about as far as rain is concerned. We had a really kind of nasty day yesterday, but now we are living in this high pressure system with plenty of sunshine throughout the southeast. It is nice, it is mild, and we have plenty of sunshine to go along with it. Here's looking from our north side hospital camera in the King and Queen Towers. It is a gorgeous day, currently 62 degrees, and it feels like 62 out there. In fact, we are 8 degrees warmer than what we were this time yesterday here in Atlanta, 15 degrees warmer there in Canton, and 11 degrees warmer in Gainesville as well as Athens. Today, our highs will vary anywhere from 64 to 72 degrees, depending on where you are. We will have plenty of sunshine, but in the shaded areas, it could feel like the 60s, so don't get too comfortable with these warmer temperatures. Over the next 12 hours, we're really going to see those temperatures climb. By 5 p.m., we will still be near 67 degrees, and overnight tonight, we will be into the upper 40s. As you prepare for the rest of the week, Faith, you said it, we are expecting a spring-like week ahead. We're tracking some rain showers and warmer temperatures on the way. Have more details on that coming up in my full forecast.
All right, Danielle, we look forward to that. Thank you so much. Well, now to this. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office identified a man shot and killed outside of an old dental office. Officials say 37-year-old Montario Sperling was killed Saturday afternoon at an office building on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive near the Cascade skating rink. Well, the office contains some dental supplies, but the business is no longer operational. 73-year-old David Mays, he's charged in the murder of Sperling. And according to investigators, Mays says that he saw someone inside of this building on surveillance video. He went in to check it out and claimed that there was an exchange of gunfire. However, police say Sperling was not armed at the time of the shooting. Here's some headlines that we are following for you on your Monday. Right now, there is still no date set for the testimony of former special prosecutor Nathan Wade. He did not show up for a hearing on Friday for a state Senate committee investigating misconduct in the now dismissed election interference case. A judge ordered Wade to be removed from the case after it was revealed that he and Fulton DA Fonnie Willis had a romantic relationship after Willis hired him to lead this case. Cobb County is launching the state's first drive-through court service in Marietta. This is called the Clerk's Office Express. It's set to open next Monday, and this will allow people to pay traffic tickets and other fees that don't require a court appearance. Hey, it is a big day at the Winter Olympics as Douglasville native Alana Myers-Taylor tries to earn a medal in the monobob this afternoon. And our Cheryl Preheim, she's in Italy enjoying the sights and Italian culture in between catching up with athletes like Miss Myers-Taylor. She posted this video about one of her recent adventures, and it's something we can all relate to.
When in Italy, you must eat pizza. And since we're in the land of pizza, we wanted to try some authentic pizza. So come inside this really cool place. I'll show you where it's really unique styles of pizza. So we ordered the margarita pizza. It was absolutely delicious, simple, just fresh basil and mozzarella and the best crust I've ever had. This is a recommendation of our waiter. He said the best pizza on the menu is roast beef with arugula and some cheese on the top with some balsamic. Oh, there's tuna on it too. And in Italy. Very different. And very good. Maybe try a little roast beef pizza at your house.
A little bit of tuna, a little bit of roast beef. Hey, pizza, if it's on bread, give it to me. I'll probably try it. They shine, they dazzle on the ice. They are inspired by Olympians going for gold, but ice skaters in Metro Atlanta, they also inspire each other. And 11Alive's Joe Ripley shares how these local skaters are finding community no matter how old they are.
It was a childhood dream of mine.
Now nearing 60, Mary Morelli is satisfying her inner child. Her dream taking flight after life dealt her a nightmare.
My husband passed away in 2020 very suddenly, and for 3.5 years I didn't do anything. And then I decided I wanted to basically try something I haven't tried before.
Morelli took up ice skating 3 years ago, finding her footing and gliding her way to peace.
My favorite part about skating, performing, and the outfits.
Artistry drew Leandro Gallardo to the ice. He used to take lessons once a week. Now he skates 7 days a week.
It looks like you could never do it, but you actually can. Everybody can just put dedication and set the fears aside. And everybody is so supportive that you're going to be supported and encouraged to everything you do.
The Ice Forum in Duluth brings these skaters together. Chelsea Jackson says the community they've built includes people of all different ages and all walks of life.
I've had friends fall, I've fallen when I've skated. We all lift each other up. So for me, those connections have been really meaningful and have been the difference between me staying or just turning away when it gets really hard.
Going through challenges together on the ice and in life, despite limits on the body, sparks limitless inspiration.
Wherever it takes you, it will take you somewhere unbelievable.
The sport gives skaters like Mary Morelli her joy and peace of mind.
If there's something out there you want to try, go try it.
Joe Ripley, 11Alive News.
Well, the figure skating pairs finals start today at 2 p.m. You can catch up on all the stories coming out of Milan Cortina right here. We're your source, 11Alive Plus, and on 11alive.com. Hey, straight ahead, as the shutdown drags on, the nation's airports are bracing for possible travel delays. We have the latest from Washington.
Well, it is another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Here's a look into our tower camera. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. Plenty of sunshine, barely any cloud cover there, and our temperatures are reflecting that as well. Currently it's 62 degrees and it feels like 62 out there. And when we take a look at our temperatures around Metro Atlanta, Kennesaw is at 61. It's 65 in Lithonia as well as in Covington. So definitely an above average day for us all across really the state of Georgia. Here's a look into Athens. Little cloud cover there, and over the next 4 hours we're going to climb into the upper 60s. It's going to be a great way to start our work week this week. Right now there's lots of sunshine, but we will be tracking a few spotty showers by midweek, and then our temperatures are going to get a little bit weird as we head into the weekend because we're going to see them really climb into the upper 70s. But tomorrow we're going to be around 67 degrees here in Metro Atlanta, 68 in Blairsville, and 66 in Gainesville. For the rest of the day today, we will continue to have lots of sunshine, and that's really going to help boost our temperatures. And as you can see from our 3-day forecast, while we're looking at 68 degrees for tomorrow, we're slowly but surely going to climb into the mid 70s by the time we get to the end of the week. It doesn't matter where you are on Tuesday. It'll be another day filled with sunshine, nice dry skies as well. We'll have some increase in cloud cover as we head into the really late evening hours, but overall that's not going to impact our temperatures at all. As you take a look at our forecast track, while we do have that increase in cloud cover, that's actually going to bring very light rain chances into the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday. I'm talking about really light spotty showers. We're not looking at anything heavy, nothing like what we saw yesterday, but there is a very slight chance, less than 10% chance for some rain showers on both Wednesday and Thursday. But then as you head into your weekend, Friday and Saturday, models really aren't agreeing, but Friday does look like a day where we could have some more widespread rain showers. We're not looking at any severe weather by any means, but the long range forecast track does show that there is also a chance for some heavy rain showers on Saturday. However, both of those models really aren't agreeing with it, but we left that 30 to 40% chance in there just in case. Now, this is also very interesting for this week. We are tracking maybe some record highs. Thursday, not really, can't really see it, but Friday, we have a chance to really tie or break another record. We have definitely been very, very warm over the last year or so, and it looks like even with the rain that could be coming this weekend, our temperatures will still continue to be slightly above average. So overall, not too bad of a week for us as far as temperatures are concerned. In fact, as we take a look at your 7-day forecast, we'll start to see this warming trend really take effect starting today. This is the beginning of that warming trend. We're already much warmer right now. 67 degrees will be your high for your Monday, into the upper 60s, low 70s for midweek. And then by Thursday and Friday, we could be talking about the potential for maybe even tying or breaking some record high temperatures. Some spotty showers are definitely expected for this weekend. Right now, models are still not in agreement with when the rain will be coming or how much rain we'll be seeing, but there's definitely a higher chance for your Friday than your Saturday. You can kind of see our temperatures falling off just a little bit. We should be near 56 degrees for this time of the year, but we are going to be staying above average at least for the next 7 days. Hey, keep it right here. We'll have another update for you coming up after the break.
We are following breaking news at this hour on Lake Lanier. You see that right there. Forsyth County Sheriff's Office tell us they've got a car submerged in the water by Tidwell Park. You see that car right there. It looks like a red sedan. Hall County dive team arrived just moments ago. We are working right now to get more information about what happened, if anyone is inside, if anyone is hurt. But once again, a car submerged in Lake Lanier. Authorities are responding at this hour. Well, we are starting the first full week of a partial government shutdown. This is coming as the nation's airports are bracing for travel delays if this drags on. NBC's Alice Barr has more.
This morning, the reality of another partial government shutdown is settling in after the Department of Homeland Security ran out of funding over the weekend with no deal on reforms to immigration enforcement operations.
We need change that is dramatic, that is bold, that is meaningful.
We have to protect law enforcement.
While negotiators struggle for common ground, ICE and Border Patrol at the center of the dispute are still funded through what President Trump called the Big Beautiful Bill, while critical workers at FEMA, the Coast Guard, and TSA are once again working without pay.
People's lives and livelihoods are being played with here.
Union leader Andrew Cardosa says many TSA agents are still recovering from the last shutdown in the fall that snarled air travel for weeks. He says they can't afford another extended stretch without pay.
For me, eventually, it's going to come down to, do I put gas in the car to go to work for free, or do I put food on the table with that money for my kid?
Democrats argue they have to stand firm in the wake of the shooting deaths of 2 American citizens by federal officers. They're demanding changes, including a uniform code of conduct for ICE and Border Patrol, judicial warrants before immigration arrests, and no masks on officers.
No police department in America doesn't identify themselves.
What are you going to do, expose their faces so you can intimidate their families? What we want is ICE to be able to do their job.
Congress is out until next week, but could come back to vote if there's a deal. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Hey, some Republicans now accusing Democrats of political theater in the lead up to President Trump's State of the Union address. He's set to give that next week. Democratic leaders, they're rejecting that, saying that they hope to reach a deal before then. Well, some lawmakers here in Georgia, they are now taking action to try and keep ICE detention centers out of metro Atlanta communities. Yesterday, Democratic State Senator Jaha Howard and South Fulton City Councilwoman Helen Zenobia Willis, they held a joint news conference where they announced plans to introduce legislation aimed at stopping the construction of some large-scale ICE detention facilities.
Georgia taxpayers should not subsidize or facilitate large-scale federal detention expansion without clear public consent or accountability.
Fulton's future should be defined by opportunity and unity, not by industrial scale detention facilities imposed without the voice of the people. Our community is not a warehouse. It is our home, and I will always fight to protect such.
We know that the push for this legislation, it follows federal plans to build ICE facilities in Walton and Hall counties. These are 2 different facilities, one in the city of Social Circle, that would be the larger one, and then in Oakwood. In Social Circle, this building you're looking at right here, it shows ICE now owns a large warehouse property where officials plan to house at least 10,000 detainees, a number double than the town's population. Now, a smaller processing center, that's expected to be up and running in Oakwood in the coming months. U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock filed an amendment last Friday to the DHS funding bill that would block the purchase of these properties in Social Circle and Oakwood, saying in part, the people of Georgia want secure borders. They do not want massive immigration detention centers in their backyards. Coming up next, a new study finds when teens get enough sleep, they're actually more active. Why experts say rest is the key to getting kids moving. Well, did you know that sleep and exercise, they are both keys to keep you healthy, and for teens, both of these can help with the brain development as well as their mental health. Well, in today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has a look at some new research about how adequate sleep can help teens move more.
It's a rising problem. Around 77% of high schoolers reported insufficient sleep on a CDC survey. While sleep is an important pillar of health and well-being, a new study finds it's also closely connected to another critical component: exercise.
There's a common fear that if teens sleep more, there will be less time for them to be active. And our results really suggest the opposite.
Kayla Johnson with the University of Minnesota School of Public Health is lead author of the research, which found that sleep is the foundation of physical activity. And if a teen can get sufficient sleep, it will likely help them to move more.
The kids that are sleeping more are also the kids that are spending less time sitting around on the couch.
8 to 10 hours of sleep each day is recommended for teens ages 13 to 18. To help them get adequate sleep, Johnson says we need to stop fighting teen body clocks.
A lot of parents and teens don't realize that there is a biological shift that occurs in the early teen years, which delay the internal signals that make you tired. And this makes going to bed before 10 or 11 p.m. extremely difficult for teens.
Johnson says teens who are more in line with their biological clock and go to sleep a little later are also the ones who move more throughout the day. She says changes need to be made at school and home to support sufficient sleep.
Making sure that everyone knows how much sleep they actually need and supporting them in having a regular sleep schedule.
For Health Minute, I'm Andy Gaither.
Hey, listen up. In health news, we do have an important recall for those of you who take diet supplements. Listen up. Ambrosia Brands recalling some of its Rosabella moringa capsules due to possible salmonella contamination. Take a look here. If you have this, you might want to get rid of it. The product's sold online through the TikTok shop. To date, there have been several illnesses resulting in 3 hospitalizations due to salmonella. The company is urging customers to reach out to the company with any questions. We do have another recall involving baby food. Initiative Foods recalling its Tippy Toes apple, pear, banana fruit puree due to elevated levels of petulant. That is a naturally occurring substance produced by molds. It may grow in various fruits, including apples. And the FDA says long-term exposure to petulant can lead to several health issues, including nerve damage. No illnesses reported here, but that baby food has a best buy date of July 17th, 2026. It was distributed in stores in every state except Alaska. So if you have it, get rid of it. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
All right, here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Plenty of sunshine and 67 degrees for today.